Another month has gone by. Are we doing anything for this No Buy 2025 anymore? Is it even still going?
Making it brighter right through the gray.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole. If you are new, thanks so much for clicking on today's No Buy July update video. I'm gonna insert what I feel like with this No Buy right here.
What's going on? Gotcha.
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off. Take me off.
That's exactly how I feel. I have not even printed out a sheet for August, and I don't think I am because there's certain target areas that I'm still focusing on with this low no buy for 2025. And then there's other ones that are now like blown out the waters. We have gotten close to the time of year that brings me most joy. If you are new, spooky season, it's crazy. And I agree with you guys. I've mentioned that in other videos that I hate that we are not in the season of the feels, meaning that we've been buying stuff for spooky season. It started coming out, Halloween stuff came out in May. April even, okay? And I've gotten word from my local Home Goods that they're putting Christmas out at the end of this month, August. So I really don't like how it doesn't match up. I would love for it to be actually October, late September, and me buying this stuff and like going to get a pumpkin spice latte and feeling my feels and it being not 115 degrees outside. But that's not the way that the retailers work, and we got to go with the flow, I guess, in these crazy times. That to be said, your girl has dropped some coin, and I told you guys the beginning of the year that the spooky Halloween stuff was not in the no buy. Like, I was giving myself free reign because if I drop dead tomorrow, I want to be happy, and that's one of the main things that bring me joy on this planet. I am stocking up, I've mentioned to you guys before, on certain scents as far as body washes, sprays for the entire year, stocking up like little squirrel, little chipmunk, because I don't really care for the other scents throughout the year, and I'd rather buy them now and use them all year. And then when it comes next year, I'm like almost out and I can buy them again, you know, and be stocked up. And that may save me throughout the year. Hopefully that's the goal, that's the plan. I did find the Dove Cinnamon Pumpkin Body Wash. That's one of my favorites. However, I heard they're coming out with like a marshmallow vanilla flavor for another drop. So I didn't buy all the pumpkin. I was like, I'm gonna save it for that because I love vanilla right now. So what I'm saying is we've been dropping a lot of money, but we looked at our statements and we actually saved, and I honestly do not know how. I must have been even crazier last year. And even though I feel like I'm being crazy right now, I must be a little bit reined in. I'm like, what is, I expected to look at this statement and it be thousands over from last year, because that's how I feel that I'm spending. But maybe because we have been a little bit restrictive for the year with this low and no buy, that it just feels like that because I haven't been doing that consecutively like I always was. So maybe that's a win. Maybe that's a positive in itself. So let's get down to the nitty gritty on what we saved for the month, what we spent on groceries, if we saved on groceries, and what I am focusing on saving on, even though I'm not gonna, be documenting every little day. I feel like now that we're getting close to Halloween, Christmas, Stranger Things season, all the things, that it's kind of stupid for me to track the little, I know I'm going to be spending money is what I'm saying. I'm still trying to be a little bit better, but I can already tell you, like, I've spent money on makeup today. Since I dyed my hair, my whole complexion has changed. I've had to change like a lot of my makeup. Does not look good on me when I had my gray hair, lighter hair. And I've mentioned that to you guys before. So I've had to swap some things out. I've ran out of a lot of things. So, being a girl, right? Just being a girl and trying to be cute is costly, I tell ya. So in 2024, for July, my statement for July 2025, the difference was $1,323.04 that I saved. All right, so I spent that much more last July than this July. When I looked at it, I was like, how, girl, how? But I went and looked down at the itemized things and I was like, I guess so. So I saved about $1,300 this month from last year. Awesome. Groceries for this month, we spent $956 on groceries. That is with the huge stock up haul I've been showing you guys for Wednesday's grocery hauls once a month and in between all the things. Last year, we spent $900. So I spent about $56 more than I did last year on groceries. it is what it is. I don't feel like it's that much of a difference there to be like, in a panic about. So happy with the overall savings. I will tell you guys though, for August, like my statement balance right now is cray. So when we go forward, I'm not expecting to save. I'm hopeful because I didn't expect it this month, and I was surprised looking at the statements. I'm hopeful, but I'm just giving you guys a forewarning that I think we're going to be washed for the rest of the year, and that would be okay with me too, just as long as we're not over. And if we are, we have saved a lot if you've been watching these update videos every single month. So what are we saving on? I got the question a lot in past videos, like what are we doing with the savings that we're saving with? I could go on in a whole other detail. I don't want to get too personal with our finances and stuff like that, but we are not in a pickle by any means. We are actually beyond set as far as finances go. I wanted to do this at the beginning of the year just because I knew I had a problem with spending, and even though we have the money doesn't mean I need to be spending it. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been frugal with the couponing and stuff, you guys know. So I wanted to rein it in a little bit because I feel like I kind of got a little loosey-goosey with the spending, being that we had the funds. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. So we did pay off my car last month. That's exciting. My car is not even 5 years old, so that was awesome. I have said I'm going to be driving that thing till the wheels fall off, and I mean it with any car, especially that one because I love that car so much. So my car is paid off. I don't have a note on my car note anymore. Awesome. My husband has a note on his truck, and we also have a note on our boat. I'm sure you guys have seen me talk about or shown pictures of the boat when we go on our lake house trips and, in the driveway and stuff. We have it parked in the driveway. And my husband is about to pay those two things off because we have enough in the savings plus some to be able to go ahead and get rid of that monthly note. So that's exciting as well. And then the only debt that we will have, because we don't have any credit card debt, we do use credit cards, but we pay them off every single month. We treat our credit cards as like a debit card, and we use our money from our bank account to pay off the credit card just because you get so many awesome perks with the credit cards that we have. It just makes sense versus using your debit card. So that's why we do it like that. But we never keep an outstanding balance on our credit cards. So we don't have any credit card debt. And we only have about 10 years, maybe less, maybe a little bit less, but I know we were right around the 10-year mark not long ago on our house. So that's exciting as well. But when we pay off our house in 10 years, and like I said, we're about to pay off our other little notes as far as the truck and the boat, we will have zero debt at all. Just to be paying your living stuff, groceries and light bill and gas and all that kind of stuff. Here for it. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on that as far as how we are set. I'm just doing this for me because I know your girl gets a little excessive. That's why. Another thing I cut out, and I just got them done today, is I went to the nail salon. I got the dip. I got the tips off my nails, and I put just regular nail polish. I told her to cut them all the way down, shape them, get the cuticles looking good. I put regular polish on. This is actually Complimentary Wine by OPI. I love it so much, I bought it off Amazon, a regular polish. So I am paying a little bit up front, buying some polishes to have here on hand, a little nail dryer and stuff for me to do it myself. But in the long run, it will save because going and doing the dip, it's costing me $70, $80 every 3 weeks when I do that versus me just doing them at home. Another reason why I did it, it was not necessarily because of money. It's because my nails have gotten so bad from doing this for about 5 years is when I started doing acrylic, and then I switched to gel, and then I did just the dip powder, and then I had to start doing tips with dip because my nails were getting so thin and brittle, and I've always had great thick nails, and it's from doing that so much. I need to give them a much needed break, and this will do that, and it'll also save me some money in the process, but I'm loving it. The short nails is different for me. You guys know I'm usually like the long, and that's not to say that I won't ever go back to the nail salon, or I'm just putting that out there. If it's a special occasion or something and I want a long set of something, I'll go back and get it. But right now, I need to focus on getting these puppies healthy underneath is most important, and that's what I'm doing with that. So all that to be said is that July turned out to be a pretty good month, even though I was worrying and stressing about making this video, looking at statements and talking to you guys. But like I said, August, my bank account right now, my credit card statement's like fire. And I need to stay out of the stores, but y'all know this is a time that I am like so giddy. It brings me back to feeling like a little kid walking in these stores and the stuff's in there. And a lot of times I walk in these stores, guys, and I leave with nothing. And then there's sometimes I leave with lots. You guys see on Instagram, I've been posting my little hauls over there. But I just love it so much. And it only comes for a short window of time. And then the Christmas will be throwing up at me and Waylon will be hollering to get all the things because Christmas is his favorite holiday. And then we won't have anything for a long stretch and then we'll be saving some money. But let me know down in the comments below how you fared for July, how you're faring right now. I know a lot of people in my last video talked about how they're spending $1 million on school supplies and back to school clothes and all the things, and it was not in y'all's budget. A lot of you guys are feeling the pain from that. So let me know down below how you are faring. If you are still kicking it in this low buy, no buy 2025, what are you still focusing on? Me, it's gonna be groceries. Even though I'm not going to be putting this list out every single month, I am still tracking how much I'm spending each week on my weekly meal plan. So the meal plan that you guys see on the grocery hauls, I've been writing the totals next to that so I can go back and calculate for that month how much I spent on groceries. I really am being very cognizant on the grocery spending and making sure that we are utilizing as much as we have here. I'm definitely gonna continue with that. You know, anywhere else that I can try to pinch it, I will. And try to reel it in just a little bit, girl. Even though it's spooky season and you're loving all the things, like, you gotta have a little self-control and you don't need all the things. And I feel like I'm doing okay. I'm not gonna say I'm doing good right now because doing good would be spending zero. But I think I'm doing okay. And obviously based on the data, we're doing better than we did last year. And y'all hear me say all the time for my fitness stuff, better than you were yesterday, 1% better. I feel like we're at least 1% better, girl, from last year on the spending, so I will take it. Thank you for watching today's video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you like hearing me ramble about randomness here. Subscribe if you're new. We do lots of other content here versus just these monthly updates. I love to have you. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I hope everybody's kiddos are set off to school. Nothing but good, positive vibes their way. I hope you guys are faring all right, moms and dads, with your kiddos going off to school. And I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye.